Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, majority of us, when we start the year, we always hope for the best. And indeed, the year 2024 is here. I don't know what you think about this year. What is your expectation in terms of the economy? We have seen how Ruto is governing this country. We have seen the kind of policies he's coming out with. And we have seen his style of leadership. I don't know your thoughts about the year 2024. Do you anticipate to see the economy improving or becoming even more worse? What is your view from there? Are you hopeful that things are going to change for the better? Or what is your view on the same? With all this, I've seen Pastor T delivering a disturbing prophecy, I can say, for the year 2024 in terms of how our economy is going to do. According to him, the economy is not going to improve. So the only thing you can do is to tighten your tight belt. As simple as that.
Economy will not improve and attempts will go on board, but not this year. So fasten your belts.
Now we are continuing this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And by the way, before I forget, there is a program we are running here. We are trying to reach out to our viewers to help a needy student by the name Martin Agalomba. He's going to Form 4, but he don't have a school fees. And of course, he has come from a single family whereby they lost their dad, the sole breadwinner of the family. So it's a family whereby now you find the sister is almost same age with the brother who is now going to Form 4. And now the sister has to provide. But above all, she don't have a job also. So we need to have like 40,000 Kenyan shillings to raise a fee for boarding section. In his school, we have the boarding section and day section. So in our view, we thought that if we get to the boarding section, then he can have a humble time for better time for studies. Because now back at home, he has to struggle with the power now to get electricity for studies, but above all, also basic needs at home is also a challenge. So we have been able to get 22,500. I think we are less by around 18,000 there. Then we'll have 40. So the contribution is still going on. If you are touched with the story, kindly you can support through the number 0708340092. I had read the name of the people who had already sent their support, and once we get more people sending, we also keep on reading the names. Again, I want to thank each and everyone who has supported us in whichever way towards that program. May good God keep on blessing you. Thank you, and back to our discussion. Now, even without listening to Pastor T prophecy, what is your view? That's the question I was asking in the beginning. Do you really believe that this William Ruto, under his leadership, that the economy can improve? I am sure majority of you are in agreement with the statement from Pastor T. It is only sick people who can believe that the economy of this country under William Ruto, it can improve. Ruto has shown all signs that he is not interested in working for Kenyans to improve the economy. The economy of this country will not improve in the year 2024 under William Ruto. There are obvious reasons that we can see already. How do you anticipate a president who is loitering across the country on top of vehicle, campaigning like the election is tomorrow to make the economy to work for Kenyans. A man who cannot sit down in his station table and think critically on how to work for Kenyans. The only thing he understands is being on top of vehicle, responding to the opposition every time they speak. When opposition raises complaint, the only thing Ruto can do is to get on top of his vehicle and respond, rather than going in the office and responding through making things to work in favor of Kenyans. How do you expect him to improve the economy? When you see a president who gets out on top of his vehicle and the only thing he has mastered is the art of intimidation to judges because they make ruling that is not in his favor. Kiherehere ni nyingi kwa serikali ya Kenya kwanza kuliko kazi ambayo wanafanya. When you have such kind of a president who is a good orator and he uses that at every time to convince and confuse Kenyans, never anticipate that such a kind of leader can sit down and work for you to make economy work for Kenyans. And that's the one man we have in State House. He's good on responding. He's good on speech. When you have a president who shifts blame every time, he will never take responsibility from failures and gains. His work is always to shift the blame. Oh, walitoa pesa yote. Oh, Uhuru Kenyatta. Oh, watu opposition. Oh, hawa majudges. You shift blame every time. When will he own responsibility? If you have a leader who cannot take responsibility, it is one of the worst mistakes to trust that he's going to work for the people and change or improve the economy of any country. That is the man we have in the State House. It is a waste of time trusting such a person. So Pastor T, in his wisdom, he has delivered the prophecy for the year. And indeed, this prophecy can be seen. In the first 10 days of the year 2024, the only thing we have seen Ruto doing is to come out and intimidate judges and shift a blame when his government is failing. And we expect that he's going to make things to work. They have poisoned the environment for doing business. The work of any president in a country is to make a friendly economic environment to make people to invest their money in business. Here Kenya Kwanza, their taxes, the policies they have, it is to dry your pocket. And therefore, majority of investors are trooping out. You check on the finance bill they came out with, which will continue to work even for the year 2024. It is not encouraging anyone to put their shilling in the business in this country. So what do you expect? How can the economy work when you see a president who is now asking Kenyans to pay for them to get an ID, 1,000 shillings? Remember, the people is asking to pay for 1,000 shillings. They are a student who have just finished Form 4. Kama huna 1,000, you cannot acquire an ID. Hiyo ndio policy amekuja nayo. Kama sio tu, kuna shida ambayo imetokea kwamba watu wanapeleka kesi kotini ambazo hana furaha nazo. Tungekuwa saa hizi tunaambiwa tulipe hii pesa. Ni break tu imechukua. How do you expect an economy to improve when you see double and triple taxation policies being put in place? Today now farmers are, and we'll talk about it, farmers are being asked to pay 5% of their produce. Hii ni shida kubwa. Then you anticipate that the economy is going to improve? A man who focuses more on taxing Kenyans than improving their livelihoods. You can never tax a nation to prosperity. Ruto policies are based on taxes after taxes, overtaxing of Kenyans. So he intends to tax us to prosperity, but that has been tested and proved not to be working. So with such, you can just predict what can happen this year. I know pastors will tell you that you will prosper in the name of Jesus. Yes, it is true, we believe in miracles. But hii serikali ya Ruto ya Kenya Kwanza, hakuna muujiza ya kwamba the economy is going to work under his leadership. The way he's managing, in fact, mismanaging the country. So, Ruto does not inspire hope. He does not inspire trust among Kenyans. Instead, we see problem, we see failures, we see arrogance, we see intimidation. He don't carry the aspiration of Kenyans. With that, no hope in such kind of a leader. So it is time to tighten our tight belt, to prepare for a struggle. If you are earning, use your money nicely, save nicely and wisely, and just don't hope that Ruto is going to make anything to work in your favor. Right now, even principals are intending to increase school fees. Kurudi shuleni ni shida tupu. Lakini kazi kubwa Ruto anaelewa na watu wake ni vita, kelele, majibu na kiburi nyingi. With this kind of leadership, hatuna mahali tunaenda na watu. Mambo yameharibika.